Good morning, guys. As a business owner, we go to like a lot of events, conferences, lead groups, expos, networking, you name it. We go to all of these events to help grow our business. And with so many events, how could you be marketing your business better with event marketing? Today, I'm talking with Laura Early from Wise Advise about how you can use an event to grow your business, both as a host as an attendee. Stay tuned. It's time for the Marketing for Your Boring Business podcast and Facebook Live show.
Welcome to Marketing for Your Boring Business, presented by All-in-One Social Media, where marketing professionals and industry leaders discuss what you can do to help your message get seen in a cluttered newsfeed. Join us each week to learn more about social media, online marketing, trending topics, and tips to grow your online marketing efforts. Now here's your host, Desiree Martinez.
That's right, guys. My name is Desiree Martinez, the host of the Marketing for Your Boring Business podcast and Facebook Live show. And again, we are talking about how you can use events to grow your business live and in color with actual human beings and like paper swag and all that good stuff. Make sure that you type 5 to get updates and promotions and more help to help grow your business. BB, our boring bot, will send you information about new shows that are coming out, videos, and resources that are going to help you with growing your business. So make sure you guys do that. But before we dive into the show, I want to make sure that we show a little bit of love for today's sponsor, Sendable. If you're wanting to use events to grow your business, a lot of pre-gaming is involved with social media. But how do you go about doing all of this posting? How do you track conversions and hashtags and things that are going on at the event? And how do you make time to get it all done? Well, that is where Sendable is going to be the number one solution for you. Sendable allows you to bulk post to all major social networks, including Instagram, YouTube, and so much more. It'll help you monitor the use of social media comments, hashtags, and other things that you're doing with your event, as well as schedule blogs, videos, and more. This is the official social media management software of All-in-One Social Media Team. I have tested all of the social networks across the board, and I always come back to Sendable because it truly is the easiest and most comprehensive tool for everything that you're trying to accomplish with your online marketing. Make sure you click the link in the description to get a 30-day free trial. And you're also going to want to make sure that you grab that content calendar that's in there. It's going to help you schedule out all of your content for the entire year of 2019. And you just do not want to miss that. So I'm going to take a moment and introduce Laura to you. Laura is a global influencer and creative strategist who always stands out in the crowd. Skilled at quickly assessing needs, developing a plan, and implementing creative solutions, Laura is passionate about creating events, products, companies that tell a compelling story. As the Deputy Director of Wise, Laura helps business owners develop their strategic priorities to grow their business and increase profits. She has advised over 250 businesses and nonprofits. Prior to Wise, she worked as a project manager and event strategist for an international nonprofit. Laura has over a decade of event and program management experience. She's planned and executed over 150 events in 6 countries. Most notably, Laura is the event strategist behind the Military Influencer Conference and the Teaminar by Table Group. Laura is the proud Army spouse and currently lives in Colorado Springs. I had the wonderful pleasure of meeting Laura at the Military Influencer Conference back in, October, September of 2018. And I just knew that I needed to have her on the show. So welcome, Laura.
Thanks for having me, Des. I sound so fun when you're doing the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're kind of a big deal. Let's not lie about that. So again, I know Laura. She is a fellow military spouse. She is over in Fort Carson, I believe, right, for the Army base.
Fort Carson for about 4 more months. So we've loved our time here.
That's awesome. And Laura, why do you think it is that our boring businesses need to really get a handle on event marketing to help grow their business, whether it's like in person or hosting their own event?
Yeah, I think events are a really powerful way to share your story and share your message and get your company brand out there for so many different reasons. But the thing I see businesses do wrong is that they don't really evaluate their business and then evaluate the event and decide what the best interaction is going to be. They either just show up without a plan, or they throw money at an event, whether putting something in a swag bag or sponsoring, and they don't really think about how to utilize that sponsorship to promote and to build their business. And so all of those things I think are really beneficial depending on who you are and what the event is. But if you don't use it correctly and you don't market it correctly, then it's just a flyer in a bag, or it's just you sitting in a room full of 400 people, having spent thousands of dollars to be there for the week, just hanging out with your besties who are there.
So let's kind of talk about first being an attendee, because I think probably being an attendee is a lot easier than hosting an event.
Yes. Spoiler alert, a lot of people seem to think that events just come together magically overnight and that they're not expensive and they're not a lot of work and anyone can do it.
I mean, don't you just like rent a room and put up a flyer and everybody shows up, right? Isn't that how it works?
That's exactly how it works. So sorry.
No, that is not how it works, guys. Just so we're clear. So let's say we're going to attend an event. So how do we go about choosing the right event for our business and our niche?
Right. So if you're a business owner or you work at a business or whatever it might be, you need to know who your ideal client is and what their persona is and who you're looking for. The two reasons I think to attend an event are to gain knowledge and experience is going to help you boost your product, service, whatever it is that you offer, or to make connections. And so you need to evaluate an event based on those two things. If it's an event that you're planning to make connections, meet potential clients, and get business from it, you need to make sure that your ideal client and persona are there. If they're not there, you're not going to find them. So first, figure out if they're going to be there. Once you've figured out that they're going to be there and that this event works with your schedule and you're going to have time to prep and prepare for it and you're going to go buy the ticket, do all the things, I do recommend staying in the event hotel if it is a major event. That way you can pop down for the different events and networking things that are going on, and then also go back up to your room and get a break, because everyone needs a break, whether you're an extrovert or an introvert. You need a break from networking in order to be your best self. So once you already know that you're going, you've got your room, you're there, you need to look at who else is going. Get a list of the speakers, go on the website, look at the agenda, look at all the speakers, look at the attendees, figure out who's all going, post a post on your social, be like, who's going to Military Influencer? Will I see you at MFYBB? Figure out who's going to be there. Once you know who's there, start reading about them, figure out who they are, and start beginning to tailor what I call your target list. There's no way when you go to a conference with 400 plus people that you're going to meet and interact with every single person and have a meaningful client acquisition type conversation with everyone. It's not a thing. You need time to rest, you need time to eat, you need time to have fun and see your friends who are there. So start creating your target list of the key people that you want to connect with while you're at the event. And once you have that list, you can then create the strategy of who am I going to connect with each day? How many people do I want to connect with? If there's 10 people on my list and it's a 3-day event, do I want to connect with 3 the first 2 days and 4 on the last day, or connect with 4 on the first day? Whatever. How many am I going to connect with each day, and create realistic, attainable goals for you, and evaluate again, who's going to be in what session, where are the speakers going to be, where am I going to find these people that I'm going to connect with? You have to have a plan, or you're going to walk in and be completely overwhelmed and walk out without connection.
So I would like to kind of devil's advocate you a little bit. So when I actually went to the Military Influencer Conference, I had absolutely no idea what I was walking into. I just knew I needed to go. And I was like, if I'm a military spouse and I help other military spouses and I really just want to connect with this community, I just need to be there. And my plan actually going into the event was to just meet people I already had built an online social media relationship with which wasn't actually very big. I only knew a handful of people, and I kind of might have clung to them a little bit more than I probably should have, at least at first. But and then from there, I developed okay, I need to who I want to find. They were able to introduce me to people because they had been before, and of course we went to the military spouses pajama and dessert thing, which was amazing. That's where I actually got a really great idea for another Facebook Live show that I'm launching. And it's just one of those sorts of things. And so do you think that not having a plan when you're not sure what to expect is a good idea, a bad idea? Like, what are your thoughts on like that sort of approach to it?
So to devil's advocate you back, you did have a plan. Your plan was to connect with people you already knew and to utilize their connections to connect with others. Also, you offered to volunteer at the event. So you got to know people, the inside of the event, and you got to see a lot of behind the scenes. So I think you had more of a plan than you think you did. It's just a different plan than the plan I'm describing. I think that is an attainable plan, that you want to connect with these 5 clients or friends that you have going, and that you want to utilize their relationships and connections to meet other people. I think that's a great idea. If you know that I know someone that you want to meet, of course you're going to be like, hey, Laura, would you mind introducing me to Andy? I'd really love to meet Andy. She's watching us down in Colorado. So, you know, that is a plan. Like, so I would say you had more of a plan than you think you do, than you did. But also I think too, you do marketing for a living. You have a really bubbly personality. You connect with people easily. So for you, I think walking into an event like that with not a succinct, organized plan is less overwhelming for you than maybe the introvert, the brand new business owner who's never stepped in the space. They've never talked to anyone. They've never done a live. Like, I don't know anyone at all who's going to
wait a second. Everyone doesn't love it when some random person comes up to me and says, hey, I have a question. I want to film it and put it on the internet. Because that's exactly what I did at that conference.
Yeah, that's right. So I think you also have to look at your personality and what works best for you. Like for me, I'm comfortable in a room of strangers and I can find someone, make a conversation and be a friend. Oh, thanks, Andy. But you know, not everyone has that gift and not everyone thrives in an environment where they don't know people. So that's part of it too, is evaluate who you are and what you need to be successful. For me, I need to prepare probably a little bit less than the average person because I have been to probably thousands of events at this point, and I kind of innately know what my strategy is going to be. But at other times that's failed me because I thought I didn't need to prepare and I should have prepared a little bit better. I should have read up on some of the people that I wanted to meet so that I could have had more meaningful conversation with them.
I think that overall, guys, like I would recommend having a plan. Like at least I would think if you know you want to go to some, especially if you're paying to go to something. So like when you go to a conference, like usually, unless like you live in a town, like I live in Vegas, so there's like conferences everywhere you go here. But like if like you have something really specific and intentional you want to go to, like I went to the military influencer conference. I went to social media marketing world. It's an investment. Not only are you paying for a really expensive ticket because you're getting a lot of value in it, but you're also paying for the hotel. You're probably paying for a flight. And there's also like the other costs that come into like, oh, you need to pay someone to cover you. Like you have to make sure like you have an extra VA in place to be monitoring your email and stuff because you're actually working in your business at these conferences. And I know that we are all about working on versus in your business on this show, but like when you're doing event marketing, it is all about being in your business and paying attention to what's happening and connecting and growing and learning. So you really want to make sure if you're investing not only money, but your time, which has so much more value, have a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think your time is the most valuable thing you have to give. So if you're going to
take it back,
if you're going to take time away from your business, it better be worth it. Like for me, the goal is always to get back and profit from clients from the events that I attend to make it worth my while to go. So if it's going to cost me $1,000 to be there, I want to come out of it with at least $1,000 worth of connections. And that doesn't always mean a paying client. That could be a new partnership. That could be a new friend. It could be some promotion. It could be a feature on a podcast. You know, it could be whatever it is. So I think that's what you have to think about is how do I make this worth my while? How am I going to sit on the other side of this event 1 month later and say, you know what, going to that conference was worth my time?
Yes, definitely. So that I think leads us into our next question, which is how do you pick the right events to go to? Not just conferences, but also like maybe local networking events or chamber things. Like how do you know like what the right things are for you when you are giving your time to go to networking and just events in general?
Sure. I mean, I think that's a great question, especially here in Colorado Springs. We have an incredible amount of networking events. You could literally go to 5 a night every single night of the week if you wanted, which is ridiculous. And yeah, sure, big cities have them. So I think it's the same process. I think it's evaluating why do I want to go to events? And I think people go to events for different reasons. They go to events to network and build community. They go to events to find clients. They go to events to get to know the community, the area that they live in. They go to meet people. Like, people go to events for a bunch of different reasons. They go looking maybe to hire someone. I do that a lot. I go to events where we're looking to hire for a position. I want to figure out they're going to be there. So first of all, you have to figure out why you want to go. Like, why are you going? And the reason that you're going. And then you start looking for events that align with that. So if I'm wanting to hire someone, we like to hire military spouses. We like to hire professionals. I'm probably not going to go to, I don't know, the like late afternoon random event that's like, I don't know, for moms and kids or something, because that's probably not, I'm not going to find the person I'm looking for. Maybe I could, but it's probably not going to be the most intentional pool. I'm probably going to go to on Hiring Our Heroes MSPN meeting, because that's a group full of military spouses who are professional minded and they're job seeking most of the time. So that's going to be an ideal place for me to find what I'm looking for. If you're going to network and connect, what type of people do you want to connect with? Do you want to connect with business owners? Do you want to connect with people like you in your role? Because if you're going to connect, say you're in social media and you want to connect with fellow social media marketers, you probably want to go to an event that's focused on that, talking about that. You want to go where those people are. So I think knowing why you want to attend an event will help you figure out where you should go. And then once you figure that out and you have your list of events that apply and appeal to what you're looking for, evaluating and looking at who's putting on those events, how many people are going, do those organizations align with your core values? All of those types of questions are great to ask to figure out if it's going to be a place where you feel welcome, where you feel like you're going to get what you need, if you're going to enjoy it, right? If it's going to be like a sit around in a circle and chit chat meeting, probably not for me. I like meetings and networking events that are kind of louder, that people are talking. There's not so much of a formal program. So I think you have to think about that as well. Like, what are you looking to get out of it? What aligns with what you're looking for? Does it align with your core values? Who's putting on the event? How much credibility do they have? A lot of people put on events. Events are people's favorite thing to do. But if this person is putting on a marketing or social media event and they do finance, why are they doing that? What do they have to say about social media marketing? Probably not the best event for you to attend. You should probably go to one that's being put on by a marketing company that has a lot more to say about the subject, or is going to bring in people that are experts in the subject for you to talk to.
That's really great. All right, guys, quick interruption here. If you are just joining us, we are talking with Laura Early from Wise Adivse about event marketing and how you can really just grow and blow up your business by attending events and hosting events for your brand. Make sure you type 5 now into that comment section so that if you want to get updates from us, find out what our next shows are, promotions, and all kinds of other things that are going to help your boring business grow online, you're going to want to make sure that you talk to BB, our boring bot, which will send you a message once you type that 5 in the comment section now. All right. So, Laura.
Yeah.
We've talked about attending events. Right. Let's talk about the beast that is hosting an event. So why would someone want to host an event?
I think because they see other people doing it and they think it looks fun, which is never a great reason to host an event. Let me just tell you, as someone who's hosted and who's planned and executed a ton of events, it's not as easy as it looks. If people are doing their job right, it's not as easy as it looks. I would say people want to host events for several different reasons. They have a topic or an idea or several ideas that they think people need to know about, that they need to learn about. They want to educate in some way. They want to promote a certain topic. They want to engage with a certain group of people. Those are all different reasons that people host events. Usually it's around education, promotion, community. They want to bring a certain group of people together. Those are the main 3 reasons I see people doing events: education, promotion, and community.
Okay. And so if you wanted to, so how is hosting an event going to help your business?
Well, first of all, it gets your name out there, right? Everyone who's ever been to a conference, like an Inc. or a Mick or a Mike, there's a big debate on what it is right now. But if you've been to I say it's Mick. If you've been to a Mick, you've been to an Inc., you've been to a Millspo Fest, you've been to all the numbers events and HOH event and Amplify, whatever, you know who puts it on. Their name is on everything, right? Their name's on everything. You know who does it. So that's great promotion for your business if it goes well, right? People see your name everywhere. They attribute you to the subject and whatever's being talking about. They see you as an icon in the field and a place to be. So that promotion alone is really great for you. It establishes you as a subject matter expert in a certain area, or in community building or in education, whatever it might be. You become a place that people want to go to. So it's really great for your brand because, your name's on it. It's natural. Like, people know if it's podcast hosted by All in One Social Media, like, All in One Social Media is all over it. People know to attribute it to you. Same with Wise. Like, if we're doing something presented by Wise, like, people know it's us. So it's great. It's great credibility and awareness to your business.
Awesome. Okay. So what are some strategic tips that people need to make sure that they're doing for their event to be successful for growing their business? We don't necessarily talk about things to have going on behind the scenes, because I think that's a beast. If you want to hire, the number one tip, if you want to host an event, just hire Wise. Yeah. But because that event that they threw was hands down one of the best conferences I have ever been to. So which is why I'm talking to Laura. So what is your advice for people? If you wanting to host an event to grow your business, by giving you more money, not the event gives you money, but you use it to feed, to fund other parts of your business. What is it that needs to happen?
Yeah, so I think the first thing is to have a vision. And, military influencers are obviously a huge event that we do, so I'll talk about it. We do other events in the community as well, but it's have a vision. Cortez has an incredible vision, and he knows what he has and what his talents are and what they're not. And his talents are in networking, connecting, bringing in the people, bringing in the sponsors, getting the speakers, all that stuff. And then obviously, like you said, he hires people to do the things that he's not as skilled at, like executing the event. So I think that's really important if you're going to do an event like Desiree said. Know what you are good at and know what you're not, and have a vision to do it. Have, again, a predictable outcome. What do you want the outcome of the event to be? Do you want it to be, promotion for your business, education, community? What do you want it to be? And what do you want people to turn to you for at the end of the event? If you're a service-based or a product-based business, is the intention of hosting the event that people are going to buy your product or hire you for a service, then you're going to attack the event differently. You're going to talk about things differently, or you're going to do some things differently. So I think in knowing your desired outcome really helps with that. And then based on your desired outcome, you choose an execution plan. So if your plan is for people to connect with you and buy things from you, you want them to build a relationship and trust with you. You don't want people to feel like the only reason they're sitting in this room is so that you will buy their product. People hate that. People hate being sold to like that. So you need to come up with a strategy on how are you going to establish trust and a relationship with these people so that they will want to take action towards your desired outcome. So that's what being hosting or being a part of an event can do for you. You're building that trust and reliability with people.
One sec, guys. I'm having a little bit of a dog issue. Laura, you handle it.
We get it. You work from home. It all happens to all of us. So yeah, I would say, choosing your execution plan and working backwards from there. And most of the time, the biggest thing is you want to build that relationship with people at your event, build that trust like I'm talking about, so that then they're going to buy, purchase, and do that after. They're probably not going to do that necessarily at the event unless you have a really cool product and you have it available. You've given some away. You've got people talking about it.
Very cool. And so after we've put together this event, how do you, I guess it's, I would love to dive more deep in, I'd love to dive deeper into, we're all doing things in business ultimately to make money. Don't get me wrong. I love supporting military spouses. I love helping businesses grow through social media and video marketing. But I'm also in it because I've got some skin in the game. What are your tips and advice for people who are looking to use the
event space to make money?
Yes, to make money, without being super salesy and scammy. For $10,000, your life will change. Let me talk about this for the entire day, kind of a thing.
So I think you have to look at the just like you have a business, an event requires a business model. So if your desire is to make a profit just by people attending, then you're going to structure your ticket price to build in some profit, right? You're going to have some profit in there beyond, hate to break it to you guys, ticket prices have to pay for things like rooms, AV, food, all that kind of stuff. So you need to
be free. No, I'm just kidding.
I agree. It shall be free because hotels, let me tell you, make zillions of dollars off of it every year by charging like $10 for a cookie. So I think you need to look at, again, what your plan is in the event and how you want to make money. So if your plan is to make money that day at the event, you should probably have some profit built into your ticket pricing to be able to do that. Or you need to be offering some sort of special deal, special incentive for them to act now, right? Exclusivity, we all talk about it. Why should people choose you? Make it exclusive. They should get it today. So if you're hosting an event for people and you have a service-based business like mine and you want people to engage in your service, give them a lot of content, establish that trust, give, then pitch and sell. So give them stuff and then offer them an incentive. So by being here at this event, you're going to get 40% off of X package. That's going to encourage them to do it. You see it all the time with events. I'm giving away some secrets. But you see, like, on the last day when you're all hyped up and you're like, this event was awesome. They're like, go ahead and buy your ticket for next year and you can get it at a discounted price. People buy it.
Which is like, I have to say, like, that is the best idea ever. Because, guys, if you really love an event, like, go into an event hoping and planning that it is amazing so that you can buy your ticket dirt cheap for the next year at that event. Mick does it, and so does social media marketing world, and like you'll never get as cheap of a deal as you will like at that
moment. Never ever, because they haven't. Sometimes, a lot of times they have an idea of what the budget's going to be for the following year, but they're going to build in more surprises, more treats, and whatever, and they're going to compensate for those things with ticket prices. Anyway, secrets of the trade. But yeah, I think you have to think about that. Like, are you going to sell something, pitch something at the event that's going to bring you profit, or do you need to make profit off of the ticket pricing? And if you do, then you need to look at your budget for the event and evaluate how you're going to do that. With free events, I think a lot of times with the free events that people go to, it's more about education and building community and building trust than it is about making money at that event. I think some of the best ways to make money at events is not necessarily by always being the host. It's by doing some of those things like sponsoring the event, having an exhibit, putting something in the swag bag. Those are great ways to make more money, make more connections while you're at an event. Hosting, you have a lot of responsibility while you're hosting an event. You have to host it, execute it, make sure it goes well, promote it, all that kind of stuff, make money, pitch, do all those things. So hosting isn't always the solution unless you are doing it to establish, again, that brand trust. You're trying to promote education, build community. It's got a more long-term plan than just, I'm going to host an event today and make money today.
Do you think that almost like a strategy for free events or educational based events is to like almost overwhelm them with information and then you be the solution for them?
Sure. I mean, I think that is a great strategy. I think a lot of people, it's that give, take. You want to show that the reason that you made this event free, that people should be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is free. I got so much good stuff. I learned so much. And heck yes, of course I'm going to hire you, because if you gave all this away for free, what are you going to give me when I pay for it? You have to think about that. If you're giving away golden nuggets to people for free, like a lot of us do on our lives and different things, what on earth are they giving when you pay for it? Like, it's got to be like a gold mine, hundreds of nuggets coming my way. So it is a great strategy. And a lot of people do that. Or they do something where you pay for the ticket to be there, but then if you do purchase something or a product, a ticket, whatever, they use the money of your ticket towards the purchase of that. That's another model that I've seen as well. And then, most of the time for events, for hosts, the money doesn't come from the attendees. It comes from, the sponsors and the exhibitors and types of things like that. So that's another way to make profit when you're doing an event, is to invite in an engaging sponsor, have some exhibitors, give other people an opportunity to spread and share their knowledge as well.
So let's talk about that for a second. So you talked about sponsors, and you also mentioned before participating in swag bags. That's like where like you give like an item that's branded. Maybe there's like a special deal or promotion, or just like, hey, like almost like awareness.
Right.
And by the way, swag bags at Mick, amazing. Includes booze. But how can you find benefit? Because I have to be honest, when I have participated in swag bags in the past, I've gotten zero return.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can't measure it because maybe like they went and followed you and then they're going to buy from you later and all that kind of stuff. Like I get that. But how can we know if it's the right swag bag to participate in? And I guess also the follow-up is like, what kind of swag should we be doing that's actually going to convert for us?
Yeah. So I think, again, a lot of what we've been talking about with planning for event goes into the swag as well. What is your objective? If your objective is just to get your name out there, swag bag is awesome for that because it guarantees you every single attendee, if that's how they do it at the conference, or every single VIP, however they do it at that event, is going to receive something with your company name on it. It also gives you a little bit of positioning because it typically costs money to put things in swag bags. And so it's like, wow, this company paid a lot of money to put things in 1,000 swag bags. I mean, I think about like I went to Inc. earlier this year and there were like 3,000 people there. Like, holy cow, not only does it cost money to pay to have the sponsorship of the swag bag, but then you have to pay for 3,000 items, you know? So there's a little bit of, of thought that comes with that, and people see that, they observe that. So again, think about your outcome. If your outcome is awareness, swag bag's a great choice for you. If your outcome is to get sales, then you need to think about what are you putting in the bag. Always think about what you're putting in the bag. Think about what you like to get as an attendee. What do we all do with the big stack of flyers, that we get from events? Do we use them? Do we throw them out? Like, think about what type of person you are. What is the swag that we're like, yes, this is awesome. Like, I got some sweet sunglasses in a swag bag earlier this year and I love them. Like, think about what you would want to receive in a swag bag. Does the world need another water bottle? I don't need another water bottle, so don't give me one. That was great. Shout out to Andy with Fortis LLP. I thought that was a good one.
This is a swag piece I got from Mick. If you're looking, this is like totally unsport. So it's kind of, I didn't know what it was at first, and then it holds your phone.
Yeah.
On your desk. So like if you're doing like an Instagram story, you can do it, or be going live from your phone, or you just like want to have a place to keep it to like watch what's going on. This is bomb. I will keep this forever. And then I have one other thing that you guys could.
Oh, dude, the spray thing. That thing I love.
Yeah, it's literally on my desk, and I use it like you spray your phone, and it like cleans it, and then you use this is great swag, guys. This is the stuff people keep.
Functional swag. Things like those things.
And this is Service Matters, right? Because they were at your show.
Yeah. So I think it's, again, having something that is fun, that matters, that people are going to remember, that they're going to use. Like,
yeah, I would say the number one thing is I think it should be stuff people would keep.
Yeah.
Like, especially people like me and Laura who go to a lot of events, like we don't keep a lot of stuff. So it needs to be like good for us to be like, yeah, that goes on my desk. And I think that when you stare at it enough and you're like, what do these people do? Like, how did this happen in my life?
Yeah, so it's got to be something that people use. I think, again, it's got to be something that they recognize. People are going to see your company name. They're going to look it up. So that's a great opportunity to have something on your homepage that says, did you get our swag at Mick? Enter your email address for a fun giveaway or whatever. Or, telling people while you're there, oh, yeah, we have that in the bag. We also are doing this. You can give a coupon. You can do lots of different things. So think about your desired outcome. To be memorable and give awareness, those fun gifts are great. They sit on our desk. And now I'm like, man, if I'm ever in need of a lawyer, I'm probably going to call Andy because I have that thing sitting on my desk every day and I see his company name every day. You know what I mean? So if you have something like that, it does breed business in the long run because you sit there, people see your name, it's recognizable, it's fun. And when you're like, hey, I'm all on social media and we put that really fun cleaner in the bag, people are like, oh my gosh, I love that. And they're more likely to engage with you than like, oh yeah, I put the flyer in the bag.
What is some of the best swag? Like, what do you think, like, what's your 3 favorite things that you think people keep? So besides the phone holder and the spray, like, what would you think, like, if somebody had a really great idea, what would be a good one?
I have to say, I went to Inc. this year and the Inc. swag bag was one of my favorites. It had like sunglasses in it, nice sunglasses. It had like candy. It had really nice chocolate in it. Not like I just threw a mint in the bag, like some nice chocolate. That was awesome. I've gotten like umbrellas. I've gotten books. I've gotten that's been really good when someone's given out a leadership book or something and they've put something inside the bag. I'm trying to think of what else I've gotten that's been like really, really awesome. There's still things that I use. Lotion. I use lotion every day. So
you know what? I would say antibacterial and lotion
antibacterial
for a conference. So yeah, some of my favorite swags. So
but I use them.
I also got some sunglasses from Social Media Marketing World, and they're from TubeBuddy, which is a plugin for my YouTube channel. And then I also got this. It's like the phone holder. You put your hands in,
the pop socket
fall on your face, right? Yeah. I like these more than the pop ones because
I do too.
Yeah, and so like these I think are like because it's also like this is Social Media World 18, so like it's they're getting literally attention all year on my phone.
I will say shout out to my friend Cortez. We got the VIPs got the portable chargers. And
those were good.
I've gotten those at other conferences, and I always think those are great because you can literally use it right then that day. So again, functional things that people are going to use while they're there. Great swag. The business card holder, Amazon did the business card holder at one of the conferences. That was a good one too.
Yeah. So really think about what you would want to keep and that like use, like literally like look around your desk in your house. Like these are things like would not get rid of. Another thing that we got in our make thing was we got a wine cup.
Oh yeah.
And that was and it had like a lid because they're like, they know that we military spouses have kids and accidents happen. So that was really good. And we got a backpack. We got alcohol and coffee. So like I said, everything in there, I think that mostly everyone kept unless it was paper.
Yeah.
So,
again, I think people forget like the coupon code is awesome, but like if people don't keep your paper, then they don't have it. It's better to put something in there that's memorable, that they like, that they use, because then they see your company name more often and they're more likely to choose you. I mean, swag bags are really for awareness and positioning. Be like, hey, look, we did this, we had enough money to put this in this bag, and we gave a really cool item. So our company is probably really cool, and people will check you out. So it's really more of an awareness piece. Obviously, likes, follows from social come with it, usually engagement on your website. So again, it's twofold. You can't just put the item in the bag and expect it work magic. You also have to do some preparation on the business side in order to do that. You know, posting on your social media. Are you going to be at X conference? Check out our swag in the bag. Follow us, do this. You have to give people calls to action as well.
Yeah, I love this thing from Andy, right? But like there should be something on it that's like a hashtag or tweet us with your phone or like so that you can continue the engagement and like the use of this afterwards.
Yeah. Again, great idea. So I think you have to think about the action. What is the outcome? What is the action you're looking for?
Awesome. All right, guys, we've been talking with Laura early about event marketing for attending events, hosting events, how you can participate in events in different ways. We've talked about a lot of really great things. And I think that the overall thing that Laura is really trying to hone in on for us is you need to have a plan for any event, whether you're going or hosting, and really identify what your objective is and what your goals are for being at that event and hosting that event. And if you're not, because you're investing money and you're investing time, which has so much more value than anything else. So it's really important to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. You probably will have some duds along the way, and that's just part of the learning process. So don't let one bad event discourage you from trying others. That is definitely for sure.
Absolutely.
So, and if you need help with an event, like say you want to put on a bomb event and you're like, I really want to do an event to like bring the chiropractors of the world together or whatever that it may be, you really want to talk to Laura and the Wise team. Not only do they put on a great show and have great connections and just really make it at a sellout event, but you're also supporting their cause, which is actually straight up in line with All-in-One Social Media. They hire military spouses to be a part of their team. And we do that too, All-in-One. And so if you're working with them, not only are you guaranteed probably to have an amazing event, that's me saying guaranteed, not them, but you're also helping to support military spouses anywhere that they get stationed around the world so that they're able to continue to supplement their families' incomes and do work that they really believe in. So, Laura, how can people find you guys online? What's the number one place people can go to connect with you?
Yeah, connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all the socials, all the things, at Wise Advise Team, and then www.wiseadviseteam.com. Advise, not advice. We get that a lot, ADVISE. So Wise Advise Team, at Wise Advise Team on all social, wiseadviseteam.com. We'd love to connect with you. We'd be happy to talk with you. Free discovery call if you're interested in doing an event. I will tell you whether it's a good idea or not. I'm pretty honest. All of our event clients can tell you that. We're pretty honest with whether we think it's going to be a good fit and have the outcome that you're looking for. And then if you're looking as a military spouse to get involved with what we're doing, you can also check us out on social, but you can go to wiseadviseteam.com/careers, and you can see what positions that we're currently hiring for.
Awesome. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's show. And like we always say in military life, it is never goodbye. It is see you soon. So until next time, we will see you soon.
Thanks for listening to Marketing for Your Boring Business. If you like this episode, please leave a review on iTunes, share this on social media. Want more? Subscribe to automatically get the latest episodes of Marketing for Your Boring Business. This podcast is presented by All-in-One Social Media.